Okay, quick intro to solving compound inequalities. First, just want to introduce what a compound inequality is. And up until this point, you can see here that it says we've solved simple inequalities. And I know some of you may not agree with the term simple, but when two simple inequalities are combined with the words and or, we get a compound inequality. And with compound inequalities, we can get some different looking graphs. And that's the first thing I want to show you here. So two examples. So students may participate in a reward program if their GPA is 3.0 or higher up to 4.0. So we're kind of bounded here by two different values. So on a graph, this is what this would look like. You can get a 3.0 to qualify for this reward, and you can get any GPA up to 4.0 that will also allow you to be a part of that reward program. So that is what the graph would look like, and those are all the solutions that are possible. 3 and above up to 4. Anything below 3 would not qualify you for that reward program. The bottom example is even more interesting. So on a certain test, students either scored 75% and below or 85% and above. And here we see that or word in there. So 75% and below would look like this. 85% and above would look like this. So sometimes we might get two arrows going in the opposite direction. We might have the solution stuck in between two values, and sometimes we can still get that situation where we're pointing in one direction still. But this is just a quick intro to those different possibilities. And here is a chart that kind of explains this a little bit more, and the way the equations look too. So we've got on the top and statements is what they call them. So if we have x is greater than 2 and x is less than 2, we can combine that into one statement together. And you always want to start with the x. So I would say x is greater than 2, and then again, I can also say x is less than 6. Both things are happening at the same time, and if we look at that, x is sandwiched in between 2 and 6, but not including 2 and 6, and that's where we get this graph from. Same exact thing applies to the bottom one, except for now we are including 2 and 6. And the bottom two examples are or statements, just like we saw in that last example on the previous slide. X is less than 2, so not including 2, or x is greater than 6, and you can see how they've graphed that. Same deal with the bottom example, except for now they're including both. It is possible that you could have one, let's say if I look at this second example, let's say instead this was x is less than or equal to 2, then we would include this one, or x is greater than 6, this one would stay open. And that is possible to get that combination going on too. Alright, so that is a quick intro to compound inequalities and their graphs.